This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way, and that's what's going to happen. I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over. It will end. It'll be done. It'll be done. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman.
Imagine holding a coin that could redefine wealth as we know it. And now imagine a figure like Donald Trump, love him or hate him, being the one to make it happen. Could Ripple and XRP be the missing puzzle pieces in a financial revolution orchestrated by one of the most polarizing figures in modern history? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the connections, the strategies, and the explosive potential of what some are calling the Trump XRP master plan.
Really, the Trump cabinet to bear, getting those clear rules, which we've been asking for under the Biden administration for years. I think we're finally going to get that clarity, which will help the U.S. lead again. And I think, Trump talks about making America great again. I think he's going to make crypto great again in the United States.
No, he certainly talks about it a lot and wants more in terms of the U.S. role in that. Trump reportedly meeting privately with the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, on Monday to discuss key appointments for the second Trump administration. So Fox Business's Edward Lawrence spoke to Coinbase chief policy officer about that meeting. Watch this.
We're gratified by the degree that the Trump team has had an open door with us and given us an opportunity to talk about our vision about crypto and to see them ultimately adopt much of that. We're very excited to do our part to fulfill the president's vision of making the U.S. a crypto and digital asset leader of the world. There's a lot of work to be done. There was a lot of damage done over the last 4 years that all of us in the industry and working with our policymakers can kind of get going on to restore the U.S.'s position as a global leader.
The cryptocurrency world has always been a magnet for controversy, innovation, and speculation. But few stories are as fascinating or as potentially game-changing as the evolving relationship between Ripple, XRP, and the world of high-stakes politics. At the center of it all is Donald Trump, a man whose unpredictability has kept everyone guessing for decades.
First of all, thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here. Well, I think we are all positive with President Trump administration, right? So if you look at it, he has appointed the AI and crypto czar, meaning that these are the two key areas. And if you think about it, these are the two key technologies that will be driving every economic subsector going forward, from real estate to media, entertainment, to supply chain financing, and financial services in general. And these are the two most important technology to drive cost efficiency and effectiveness. So we're very excited with his administration. He promised to appoint pro-crypto regulators that will formulate clarity and give clarity to this space, but also things like US strategic Bitcoin reserves. And those are things that we're all looking forward to. And US has an outsized influence globally. So with that positive narrative, I do think that many countries around the world will start firstly looking at strategic Bitcoin reserve as well. And then secondly, giving much more clarity in terms of regulations to regulate this space.
What if Trump's return to power isn't just about politics? What if it's the key to unlocking a financial upheaval that propels XRP holders into the stratosphere of wealth? From Ripple's $5 million donation to Trump's inaugural fund to whispers of secret meetings and strategic alliances, this isn't just a conspiracy, it's a chessboard where every move could shape the future of money itself.
I don't think you understand what Trump's about to do to XRP. Ripple just donated $5 million in XRP to his inaugural fund. Marks the biggest donation in inaugural fund history. And then you look at the competitors, they're all doing like $1 million each. Even some of the richest people in the world, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, only donated $1 million each. Why is Ripple donating so much? Because they have a seat at the table. They know that they're about to get plugged in. Look at all the stuff that Donald Trump's trying to do with crypto. In terms of US-based cryptocurrencies, Ripple is the biggest. And watch what happens to this coin in 2025. It's gonna be fucking insane.
For years, XRP has been the black sheep of the cryptocurrency family, loved by its die-hard supporters, dismissed by skeptics, and embroiled in a legal battle with the SEC that has dragged on longer than most could have imagined. Yet beneath the surface, Ripple's moves have been anything but random.
Will Ripple surpass Tether in the digital asset space?
Is that for a while, it didn't look like anyone was going to be able to disrupt Tether. It didn't look like anyone was going to be able to take Tether's crown as being the most important, biggest stablecoin. But if what we are seeing right now is Tether is actively saying, hey, we are not going to participate in this regulated market, we are going to allow others to win on this front, I believe it opens the door perfectly for Ripple to win.
Let's start with the $5 million donation Ripple made to Trump's inaugural fund. At first glance, it's a hefty sum, but not entirely shocking for a company playing in the big leagues. However, the timing and context raise eyebrows. Ripple wasn't just looking to curry favor. They were positioning themselves as a serious player in Washington.
Is that Ripple, XRP, they donated $5 million to Trump's inaugural committee, which is good. It's bullish. We love it. However, if you guys don't ever forget that Chris Larson, the co-founder of XRP, donated almost $12 million to the Harris campaign. So we have like and this is the thing, and I kind of want to talk about that. I know why Ripple did that. I know a lot of us were pissed because we're like, why would you do that when the public servants and the government completely screwed you guys over? They sued you unjustly, etc. And XRP, the Ripple they were essentially good actors along with Coinbase and Kraken and Library and Dragon Chain and all that other stuff. But with that being said, I think that they were positioning themselves to essentially play both sides. They wanted to play both sides because they wanted to make sure whoever came into office was going to have their backs. And that's the way that these people work. So we are seeing Ripple's, they are starting to donate more money to Trump, which is good because we want to get pro-crypto regulation in. And fingers crossed, we will get that when stuff happens.
Think about it. Trump's administration was the first to publicly engage with cryptocurrency on a significant level. While Trump himself made headlines for his skepticism of Bitcoin, he never outright dismissed the potential of blockchain technology. In fact, several insiders suggest that Ripple's executives had backdoor meetings with top officials, and possibly even Trump himself.
I gotta ask you, the price of XRP earlier this week spasmed. It jumped about 10% after you liked a tweet earlier that suggested you may have met with President-elect Donald Trump. Any truth to those rumors?
I mean, I think like many of your guests today, I'm not going to comment on too many specifics here. Suffice it to say.
Okay, that's a yes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I respect that. But to me, it's a yes.
We have been active throughout this election cycle in being very pro-crypto, pro-innovation. And how do we make sure that this Congress and, the president, obviously, it's a totally new day. And I could not be happier about a Congress that I think is, as Norm said earlier, your guest, we got to get away from regulation through enforcement. That makes no sense.
What would Ripple gain from these meetings? Influence, plain and simple. Ripple's technology, designed for fast, efficient cross-border payments, aligns perfectly with the kind of financial modernization the U.S. needs to stay competitive. Trump, ever the businessman, would have seen the value in backing a company that could boost America's financial dominance on the global stage.
But not many companies are focused on the back end and the infrastructure side of that and really kind of building a better SWIFT. Part of your question there was, we started just doing payments, and what we realized is that in order to do it well, you needed to have robust infrastructure around custody. And I guess close to 18 months ago, we bought a company based in Switzerland called Medico, which was really winning a lot of market share at the tier 1 bank level of selling the technology to banks so they could safely and manage and custody crypto themselves. And as you said, we're getting close, very, very close to launching what we call Ripple USD, a stablecoin. The history of that really quickly is we have been using stablecoins in our payment flows for a long time, years. And at one point we found ourselves, we were responsible for minting about 20% of all USDC.
Fast forward to today, and the pieces of the puzzle are starting to fit. Ripple's legal battle with the SEC seemed like an insurmountable hurdle. But under a Trump administration, could this all change? Imagine a scenario where Trump returns to power and prioritizes clearing regulatory roadblocks for US-based crypto companies. Ripple, with its deep ties and strategic positioning, would be first in line to benefit. Now let's talk about Crypto.com. In a surprising twist, they dropped their lawsuit against the SEC shortly after a private meeting with Trump. This wasn't just a random occurrence. It signaled a shift, a sign that Trump's influence in the crypto world might already be at play. If Ripple follows a similar trajectory, the implications for XRP holders are staggering. But the Ripple-Trump connection isn't just about lawsuits and regulations. It's about global strategy. The US is in a financial arms race with countries like China and Russia, both of which are making aggressive moves in the crypto space. China has already launched its digital yuan, and Russia is exploring blockchain solutions to bypass Western sanctions.
At this Shanghai shopping mall, Lu Heng is testing out China's new digital currency. It's safe, convenient, and it works, he says. Paying with digital yuan feels similar to WeChat or Apple Pay. You use your mobile phone. Less tech-savvy people can get a credit card-like card, but the digital yuan isn't a payment system. It's actual money. The digital yuan is issued by the central bank, just like paper notes. It resembles cryptocurrency in that it's computer code and is stored in a digital wallet, but unlike crypto, eCNY is tied to the Chinese government, fixed to the physical yuan at a rate of 1-to-1. Physical yuan is hard to track. The digital yuan is meant to allow the government to keep an eye on money flows. It can also be programmed, for example, to expire to encourage people to spend. Those controls don't worry Lu, who thinks the digital yuan offers greater privacy than China's payment platforms. That means the new currency could pose a threat to companies like Tencent and Ant Group.
In this context, Ripple becomes more than just a company, it becomes a weapon. XRP's ability to facilitate lightning-fast, low-cost transactions makes it the ideal candidate for a US-backed cryptocurrency that could compete on the global stage. And Trump, known for his America First mantra, would be the perfect figure to champion such an initiative. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The road to financial revolution is littered with obstacles, and Ripple's journey is no exception. The SEC case, while a significant hurdle, has also been a litmus test for the company's resilience. Ripple's willingness to fight tooth and nail rather than settle sends a clear message. They're in this for the long haul. And that brings us back to the question of trust. Crypto, for all its potential, still struggles with public perception. Scandals, hacks, and regulatory crackdowns have made many wary of diving in. But a Trump endorsement? That's a game changer. Love him or hate him, Trump commands attention. His backing would lend XRP an air of legitimacy that no marketing campaign could ever achieve.
It wasn't necessarily those ETFs. It was Donald Trump winning and be in office. Why are new investors getting in now, even ones that have been skeptical their whole lives?
Yeah, so what's so interesting about this story is that name a reason people are investing in crypto. It's as varied as that they want a safe haven. They're worried that Trump's policies are going to, cause inflation. And then there are some that say Trump is a big crypto supporter and that's going to help the price of Bitcoin rise. So these people I talked to after all this time have finally decided, okay, I'm going to buy some Bitcoin.
Ripple's $5 million donation wasn't just a gamble, it was an investment. An investment in access, influence, and the kind of high-level connections that can make or break a company. And it's paying off. From strategic partnerships with financial institutions to their aggressive push into central bank digital currencies, Ripple is positioning itself as the go-to solution for the next wave of financial innovation. And then there's the tax angle. Trump has hinted at plans to reduce taxes on cryptocurrency gains, a move that could unleash a tidal wave of investment. Lower taxes would make crypto more accessible to retail investors while encouraging US-based companies to innovate without fear of punitive measures. For XRP holders, this could translate to massive gains almost overnight. But what if this isn't just about Ripple or Trump? What if it's part of a larger narrative, a shift in how we think about money, power, and influence? With tensions escalating between global superpowers, the financial system is becoming a battlefield. Decentralized currencies like XRP aren't just financial tools, they're instruments of power.
So, I mean, if we look at the crypto landscape overall, I mean, it has certainly been, the market's been growing in the past couple quarters. And, you know, we think that this year is going to be a big year for crypto overall. And so demand for stable coins, we think will grow along with that. As you mentioned, I mean, it's really the way to on-ramp and off-ramp. It's also used as a key asset in trading. So we think that the market's going to grow tremendously over the course of the next year. Our demand from within our client base, you know, our business doubled within payments last year. And so we see a really strong growth trajectory for our payment solution. And with that, you know, Ripple US dollar will have a premium role.
Imagine a world where the US uses XRP to bypass traditional financial systems, undermining rivals and asserting its dominance. It sounds like science fiction, but the groundwork is already being laid. Ripple's partnerships span over 100 countries, and their technology is being tested by central banks worldwide. Yet, for all the optimism, the skeptics remain vocal. Critics argue that Ripple's political donations are nothing more than corporate maneuvering designed to buy goodwill. Others point to the ongoing SEC case as evidence that Ripple is far from untouchable. But history has shown us that where there's smoke, there's fire. And Ripple's actions suggest they're playing a much bigger game than anyone anticipated. The idea of Trump's presidency propelling Ripple into the spotlight isn't just a far-fetched theory. It's a potential roadmap for revolutionizing the crypto landscape, one where XRP could emerge as the crown jewel of a new financial order. But there's another layer to this story, one that involves a collision between two of the most disruptive forces of our time: cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence.
So AI seems to be very good at generating very advanced computations, but it doesn't seem that it necessarily knows what the truth is, or that people can always trust it to do what they want it to do. So it's a very powerful kind of technology from a complexity and computational point of view. Blockchains, Oracle networks, the verifiable web are very good at generating cryptographic truth. That is a kind of a canonical single truth that cannot be disputed because it was generated in an agreed upon decentralized way. And they're very good at creating limitations and security that creates limitations for various computing systems. And so fundamentally, I think the interaction of blockchain and AI technology is firstly that the various computational capabilities of AI are used by blockchains as inputs into smart contracts. The outputs of blockchains and Oracle networks use cryptographic proof and create cryptographic truths that can be pumped into AI.
As Trump prepares for his second term, the interplay between XRP, AI, and big-name players like Elon Musk is becoming harder to ignore. The incorporation of advancements from AI into the crypto space has sparked speculation about how cutting-edge AI could amplify Ripple's already formidable capabilities. But the excitement doesn't end there. Elon Musk, a figure whose influence knows no bounds, is said to be eyeing the crypto AI nexus. Musk's ventures into AI through projects like OpenAI and Tesla's autonomous systems suggest he understands the transformative potential of these technologies. Could Musk's involvement serve as the catalyst that pushes XRP to new heights? While specifics remain speculative, the mere possibility has electrified conversations across social media and financial circles. Adding to the frenzy is XRP's recent performance in the market. After a 9.8% surge in early 2025, XRP climbed to $2.30, rekindling hopes that the token could soon reach the elusive $5 mark. Optimism among investors is at an all-time high, fueled by external conditions that seem tailor-made for a bullish run.
Given how punitive the SEC has been towards crypto under this administration, do you envision the XRP ledger being incorporated into the financial institutions in the future?
Well, I certainly cannot speak to any specific crypto, but I do think that the sort of cryptocurrency is an interesting and probably valuable bulwark against a centralized control. This is definitely not an endorsement or lack of endorsement for XRP, but I do think crypto, by its very nature, it helps with individual freedom.
One of the most significant developments is the expected appointment of Paul Atkins as the new SEC chair under Trump's administration. Known for his pro-crypto stance, Atkins' leadership could spell the end of Ripple's legal battles and usher in an era of regulatory clarity. If XRP is no longer weighed down by the uncertainty surrounding its classification as a security, the token could finally realize its true potential. Market dynamics are also playing their part. A fresh injection of $470 million worth of previously dormant XRP tokens has returned to circulation, increasing liquidity and spurring trading activity. While analysts are divided on how high XRP can go, some predicting $8 to $20, others cautioning that $5 remains a challenge, the enthusiasm is undeniable. For XRP holders, Trump's return to power represents more than just political theater. It's a potential game changer for the entire cryptocurrency sector. Trump's previous tenure saw XRP experience a meteoric 350% rise, and many believe his second term could deliver an even greater windfall.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, leading up to this announcement, really all the names that were floated were positive. So we had that. We knew it was going to be better. So there was really no wrong answer. But in this choice, it's a great choice, quite simply. You have somebody who can hit the ground running. He has been a commissioner before. He knows how the commission works. And one really important factor that we're hearing about Paul Atkins is he gets along with people. All right, you can't underestimate how important that is. He needs to be able to work with the industry. He needs to be able to work with lawmakers.
This optimism isn't unfounded. Trump has hinted at plans to overhaul crypto regulations, prioritizing innovation while safeguarding investors. Under his leadership, a streamlined regulatory framework could replace the patchwork of conflicting rules that currently stifle growth. Such changes would benefit the entire crypto ecosystem, but XRP, with its deep ties to institutional players, stands to gain the most. Zooming out, the impact of these developments isn't limited to the US. Ripple's technology is already being tested by central banks around the world, and its ability to facilitate fast, low-cost transactions makes it an ideal candidate for cross-border payments. A Trump-backed Ripple could enhance the U.S.'s financial standing on the global stage, countering the influence of China's digital yuan and Russia's blockchain initiatives. Despite the excitement, it's essential to approach these developments with a critical eye. While the stars seem to be aligning for XRP, challenges remain. Bearish sentiments have caused XRP's price to dip 11% over the past month, highlighting the volatility that still plagues the crypto market. However, history has shown that Ripple thrives under pressure. The company's unwavering commitment to innovation and its strategic partnerships suggests that it's prepared to navigate whatever challenges come its way.
And XRP jumped 43% to $2.74 after surging through the weekend, reaching its highest level in years after Fox Business reported Friday that Ripple is close to getting a new stablecoin greenlit by a top crypto regulator. The rally, though, first kicked off soon after US election day, when the industry began to anticipate more favorable crypto regulation.
The question now is, are you ready? Ready to be part of a financial revolution that could redefine what it means to hold wealth in the 21st century? For XRP holders, the stakes have never been higher. With Trump's potential return and Ripple's relentless drive, the future is anything but certain, but it's undeniably exciting. So what's your take on all this? Could Trump's presidency be the game changer that pushes XRP to $5 or beyond? Are you bullish on Ripple's future? Or do you think the challenges will outweigh the opportunities? Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more updates as we dive deeper into the crypto world. As always, stay informed, trade smart, and get ready for an exciting journey into the future of digital finance.